Alright, starting this one off the show. Connor Booth is now the FIU leader, rushing yards in a career, and touchdowns. I don't know if he got both of them last week, but interesting. Ours must be the FIU, or Florida International, and then they leave it as FIU. Yeah, because we got most of the season. We know those names. Yeah, it's easy to figure out then. Alright. Week 3. Rivalry game, which we expect to win and win big. Get our act together. Alright. 5-star looking good. This is going to be a slow process though. So if one of those big teams jump in, we could be in trouble. Maybe it's a bust and nobody else wants to go. Playing time, brand exposure. Alright, this one's moving up a little bit. Contact seeker. Yeah. We got this one we're in a battle for. We got this guy. We dropped to Miami. But we're hoping a well-timed visit next week. We might do it because we do have got the hard sell on. Got the visit next week. He shouldn't sign. So maybe we can get it. Alright, this guy. Rusher, we already know it. Nice. Stars. We need to add 10. It doesn't look like they're going hard after him, but they're going after him enough. He's defense, so let's do the 10 and let's schedule the 6. Florida State's lower tier. That's crazy. State championship contender. This thing's coach prestige, that's okay. Alright, we want to get visits going. This guy, hard sell. We got on the star. Oklahoma, let's get him with a complimentary and brand exposure, but I think we'd rather go playing time. Come on in, man. Alright, double soft. We drop behind Georgia quite a bit here. In fact, I think he's going to sign there. Man, that would have been nice. Look at how much they gained. They're probably going to get him next week. Yeah, we're just going to call it off. Too bad. Here, whoops, wrong button. Athlete, contact seeker, that's fine. Conference prestige is all we know. Really find something. I'm just going to click on soft because I'm guessing there's going to be a couple crown. Crown? Our grades real good there. Alright, we might save the points and put him on a visit with the offense, which is the 4th. We can't do any of these guys, right? Because they're taking a while. Alright, receiver. We got him on week 4. It's alright. We're still in Summer House. That's probably why. I only know 2. The visit might get us there. Star again. It's not star. Shield or SEC. I'd rather be SEC. Let's do the double soft. Drop us a bit, but we'll try to stay in there to get to our Nice. Still, that guy's tough. This one we kind of dropped out of. Yeah. Alright. This one, let's get a week 4 visit here. It's going to be 30, which is tough. But championship contender we like. Can remove this if you like. The star, would there be another one? There's the star. Star. Okay, let's add some star. Referee. Might lay off the 10 to do other visits. Double soft here. Are we holding up? Are holding up okay? And the hard SEC, which is good. Let's schedule this and get the complimentary. Man, we need that win. The contender East Conference. Let's do it. We'll check. We'll see how that strategist plays out. Gather's gonna need those. This guy. What is it? Star and Wrath again? Oh, might just be Star. Let's go look again. Oh, Star and TV. And they are just not really helping us, but better than nothing. Do the double soft for a week, I think. Okay, we can't schedule him, but can we schedule him on the 6th? Yes. Do it. Don't think we should yet. We want to see what else. Ooh, that's nice. Drop a couple of guys we got locked off. Quite a few. Playing time, that's never going to go up. Just remove him. Remove his locks. Oh, geez. He's from Mississippi. I like the look of that. Okay, so let's just check week 4. So we can't do those top guys. So we want to get maybe this guy on a week. So let's not fill up the D1 week 4. And that guy, I think we did week 4. Week 4. Week 4. Week 4. Week 4. So we got a 4-week 4. Week 6. Week 6. And I think we're going to wait on a different week 6. So we want to do week 6 with this guy. Or we can do one more. Drop a night. Could do this one. This one. We're just bailing it. Clemson's kind of coming here. Let's do this one. Week 6. All good grades. Let's see. At 30. How's this guy? Don't think we got a good chance. 89 strength already. Yeah, I don't think we can do that. Let's check out this corner. Used up all of our stuff. as it goes. Do I want to upgrade? I want to get our strategist. So field receiver. On the threshold might be priority, or do you want to complement the quarterback visit? Yeah, let's do that. Maybe we'll get a lot of points for these visits. Right.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Panthers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game.
Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
He'll throw it. The short hand is a carry. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and to keep the drive going.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a flow.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep them out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force them either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle trying to steamroll his way in. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
2 runs, and this defense has been physical, giving up absolutely nothing. Palmer, what's your passing play I think you go to here?
No, I like moving the pocket at this point, Pollock, and also maybe thinking about the tight end on a crossing route. You can kind of get through the traffic, come out the other side.
Fires to the tight end. And he strides his way
He
into
probably
the
should
end
be
zone.
up there.
Touchdown, FIU.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to him again. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? There's no retaliation to that. We would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Couldn't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that.
Right off the bat by the 4 guys. Let's check out that interior pressure. Yep. Center got slam. Guard.
Oh, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a deep.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Panthers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. To the air on 1st down. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they... Oh, he's got some speed. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Offense, quick tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You've got to flush that. You've got to get lined up. You've got to communicate.
Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Say what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but Maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle of Perry. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Hand off from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they are going to be gassed.
Fires to the wideout. It's going down. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
Well, they execute the in route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Here we go. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag is falling in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And he'll be brought down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida International. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his pocket. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here we go. receiver there. It's incomplete. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Punt is in the air. Followed him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Ready up. First play of the period, first down here. Jackrabbit. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Turning it on. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got it. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Spider. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Just missing the tackles. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Okay. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Get set, get set. Go! From the gun. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Perry. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Pound 55, ready. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
Those receivers, not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. No way to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
The Panthers can really attack on this second and short. They'll run it from the gun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the
Oh, what
wideout.
a terrible throw.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense...
Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Got it. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
On the double. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Set. Hut. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They're going to throw it to start the drive.
Wow.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has it with really good field position. Down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun. Give on the inside. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best blockers.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive with a turnover in the end zone. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Ready up. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Pound 55 weak.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Kane. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Okay.
Now on second down.
Cricket.
Back to pass. With the catch, it's two. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Caught close to the marker. It's 2. And he's knocked down.
Hold on. I want to watch my boy Preston on this one. Straight man coverage.
But not before he moves the chains.
Yankee blue.
Looking to throw on first down. The throw. Finds a man on the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys on the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree with Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
On the ready.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Flare. Flare. Ready.
He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his man. It's Carr. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up.
Ready, set.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive.
Cobra.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds.
Ready, ready. 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Ready.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Gets it out quickly. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. FIU pushing tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Ready up.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Come on, set. Go.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense.
Okay, break. Get set, get set.
Quick completion. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
With jet sweep pass. first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
The Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Jackrabbit. Ready.
Give to the running back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. He'll throw on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Banner! Snap it to the back. Can't get it to the ground. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to...
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative, and you're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen, and man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
Down 55 weak.
Gives it on the option. And nowhere to go. Couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero, but, oh boy, it's kind of the opposite.
On the double.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you a football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now of this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down.
Okay, ready?
Offense gets set for second down.
Down.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. He misses his man. The accuracy just not where it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. Finally missed.
Looking to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. He's out past the 35. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Terry. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the Panthers getting set on 1st and 10.
42 Spider. Kill. 4-2 Spider. Ready?
Leaves it with the running back. Ripping through the defense. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Second down, he'll throw. Throws to the wideout. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, FIU. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down. You move on to the next game. Start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Got it.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20.
Clear.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down.
Igloo.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. Down
That's it.
incomplete. The deep.
Starters.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Real weak to the run. He gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it in the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Using his feet. Touchdown, Panther. And they take it in for 6 points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to... back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
It's not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Come on, set.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Works the middle. And they'll knock him down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense. to punt it away. A fair catch taken just inside. 40-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller has been able to go out and execute those.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's in open space downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away.
Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. FIU set up with another first down.
Here we go, here we go.
On the move. Shakes off the defender. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
FIU mounting a threat in the red zone.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down.
Set hard.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn every game to get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
The coverage team able to make the tackle. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10.
Jackrabbit.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Run the shotgun and hand off to the back. Showed off just about every move in the book except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That one will be incomplete, and we... The 10 seconds to go. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got it near midfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the other. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Go back to ACC play after this? Or, yeah.